In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Khoshawistan la babatech terjene sir Sunrise 8 Unit 6 Lesson 1 Students Book Sunrise 8 Unity 6 Lesson 1 كتابي قطابي Present Perfect رانا بدوي تواو بابزاني لازمان إنجليزي رانا بدوي تواو تشونا وتشون قصي بيبكاين وتشون لنوسين بكاري بينين. Okay, have you been سليماني آياتو قد لسليماني بوي قد سرداني سليماني تكرديا. Have you been in سليماني؟ Okay, استادين سر dialogue لنيوان كارول وروان دولانا بابزانين باسي تسي دكن. Read and listen جدقريو يخوانيوا. Okay, Rowan and Lana have a free morning. روان دولانا بيانية شي فراغ يعني واتيتي شكال يعني. They are making plans, plan that, and then Carol. Hi, you two. Hi, you two. Sonnen, what are you doing this morning? Where have you decided to go? Hi, you two. What are you doing this morning? Sonnen, بيانية سيدكن. Where have you decided to go? Darona Chandler, Briatanda Brona Chandler. Rowan, we don't know. We are just talking about it. Nazanin. Had estaba basio shtadakin. We are just talking about it. Lana, I'd like to go to Buckingham Palace. It's what all tourists do. من حزم لي برما Buckingham كوشي Buckingham. It's what all tourists do. وكويها موجش ديارة كان لتسن. Buckingham Palace. Oh, can I come with you? Carol Dele Buckingham Palace. Oh, can I come with you? منيش دتوام لقلتان بهم. Rowan. But you have been to Buckingham Palace. بلام تو لبuckingham Palace بوي. واتا تشوية سرجان كدوا. All English people have been to Buckingham Palace. همو إنجليزا كان تشوينة. Carol, well, I haven't. نا. I've seen it on TV hundreds of times. لا تلفزيون ديتو ما وشوينا بصدان سار. But I haven't been there. بلام قلوين أبوما. Rowan, that's amazing. شتيشي نايابا. That's amazing. Sasurmana, you are English and you haven't been to one of the most famous places in London. Yeah, but you are English and you haven't been to one of the most famous places in London. تو إنجليز بيو نتسو بيا getting ترين شوين مهم ترين شوين ناودار ترين شوين كاني لندن. Carol, remember, I am English but I came from York. I've only visited London once before. Carol dare تمشاكا وليات بي I'm English. I'm an Englishman but I came from York. بلا من لا يورك واتم خالشي يوركم. I've only visited London once before. يك جار سرجان لندن مكردية بيجد. And you're Kurdish, Rowan. Have you been everywhere in Kurdistan? لا ناس اللي رحنا للروان دي روان أتوش كردي. أتو سرجاني هموش وينش كردستان كردي. Have you been everywhere in Kurdistan? لا هموش وينك بوي لكردستان روان. Well, most places. زور بشوينك. أنا Have you visited Azadi Park in Sulaimani? أيا سرجاني بارشي أزادي كردي لسليماني. Have you seen the statue of Ibrahim Pasha? أيا بيكري إبراهيم باشا بينيوا. Okay, what's Rowan's answer? والله مكاني روان تسيا. Listen and see if you are right. جابقرو ببين بزانتو راستي. True or false? Correct the false sentences. راستي عن سبدابني رستا تسابكانيش صوتكانيش راسكوا. Rowan wants to go to Buckingham Palace. Rowan دي برواتا Buckingham Palace. Lana wants to go to Buckingham Palace. Not Rowan. Lana دي برواتا Buckingham Palace. نك Rowan كابو false غلط. Number 2, Carol hasn't been to Buckingham Palace. Carol pays to Buckingham Palace نبوا. True, Rasta. Carol has visited London several times. Sanzar Carol سرداني لندني كردوا. غلطة. She's only been to London once. يكزار لندني ديتيو سرداني كردوا. 4. Rowan has seen a statue of Ibrahim Pasha in Sulaimani. Rowan Paikeri Ibrahim Pasha ديتو على Sulaimani. False. He hasn't seen a statue of Ibrahim Pasha. Rowan hasn't been to Sulaimani. Rowan لسليماني نبوا. True. Carol is going to film Lana and Rowan at Buckingham Palace. Carol ish filmi Rowan دولana دقري لا Buckingham Palace. True. Was. Okay, خوشوستان present perfect. رانا بدوي تواو. بابزان رانا بدوي تواو تسير. لە زمانی کوردی ئەگەر شەرعەکی گچکەتان یا بچووکتان دەمێ دەڵێ من نانم خواردووە یا خواردیە ئەو وەیە یا ئەو وەوە ئەوە ڕانەبردووی تەواوە هێشتا نەهاتوومەتەوە ئیشەکانم نەکردیە هەر ئێستا گەیشتمەوە ئەوانە پێی دەڵێن ڕانەبردووی تەواو بۆ نا you have been to Buckingham Palace تۆ لە Buckingham Palace بووی I've seen it on TV hundreds of times لە تەلەڤیزۆن بینیومە I have seen it on TV hundreds of times I haven't been there لەوێ نەبوومە Have you been everywhere in Kurdistan تۆ لە هەموو شوێنش کوردستان بووی Where have you decided to go بڕیاتان داوە بڕۆنە چێندەر بڕیاتان Where have you decided to go بڕیاتان داوە بڕۆنە چێندەر ئەوە دێن بە درێژی دەیخوێنین ڕانەبردووی تەواو بابین ئەوانە جارێ حەلکەین right sentence using the present perfect Lana and Rowan decide go to Buckingham Palace دەڵێ Lana and Rowan have decided to go to Buckingham Palace Lana و Rowan بڕیاریان داوە بڕۆنە Buckingham Palace کابوو Lana and Rowan ئەوە پێی دەڵێن they دوو کەس have decided have pp Carol be London once before Carol has been to London once before Carol London بووە یەکجار پێشتر She not visit Buckingham Palace She hasn't visited Buckingham Palace ئەو سەردانی Buckingham Palace نەکردی Rowan see the statue of Ibrahim Pasha Rowan لەبەرەوەی پرسیارە دەڵێ has Rowan seen the statue of Ibrahim Pasha ئایا Rowan هەیکەلی Ibrahim Pashai بینیوە دیتیە Where Rowan be in Kurdistan پرسیارە Where has Rowan been in Kurdistan Rowan لە چێی کوردستان بووە Okay خۆشەویستان ئێستا دێنە سەر present perfect tense It's used to talk about actions or events that happen at an unspecified time in the past and are connected to the present or to describe actions that started in the past and continue to the present Kabu present perfect tense yeah دەڵێ بەکاردێ to talk about actions بۆ قسەکردن سەبارەت بەو کار و کردارانە or events لەو ڕووداوانەی that happen کەوا ڕوویان داوە at an unspecified time لە کاتێکی نادیار in the past لە ڕابردوو and are connected to the present و پەیوەندیشیان بە ئێستاوە هەیە or to describe یاخود وەصفی actionێک دەکە that started in the past لە ڕابردوو ڕووداوە and continue to the present و ئێستاش the presentیش لە ئێستاش بەردەوامە پێکاتەکەی چۆنە affirmative مان هەیە negative مان هەیە question مان هەیە affirmative subject بکەر کۆ have و has کۆ past participle فرمانی سێم ئەگەر subjectەکە I you we they بوو دەڵێ have ئەگەر he she it بوو دەڵێ has باشە بۆ نمونە I have finished my homework واجبەکانم تەواو کردووە I have finished my homework She has visited Paris twice ئەو سەردانی پاریسی کردووە دوو جار حالەتی negative subject have has not past participle have not has not واتە have و has noتی دەخەیە پاڵ دەبتە have not has not ئەگەر کورتیکەوە They haven't eaten lunch yet هێشتا نانی نیوەڕۆیان نەخواردووە He hasn't called me today He hasn't called me today. ئەمڕۆ تەلەفۆنی بۆم نەکردووە. ئەوانە پێی دەڵێن ڕانەبردووی تەواو. Questions حالەتی پرسیاری have و has دێتە سەرەتا اینجا subject past participle بە گوێرەی subjectەکانش have و has دادەنێ. بۆ نمونە Have you ever traveled abroad? ئایا قەت چوویە دەرەوەی بۆ نمونە وڵاتەکەت Have you ever traveled abroad چوویە دەرەوە چوویە خارج Has she finished her assignment? ئایا ئەرکەکەی تەواو کردووە Has she finished her assignment? واجبەکەی تەواو کردووە Common uses Experience no specific time mentioned بۆ نمونە کات محدد نییە I have seen that movie before ئەم فیلمم پێشتر دیوە نازانی کەینە دیتیتی لە ڕابردوو ڕوویدایە بەڵام ئێستا باسی دەکات دەڵێ I have seen that movie before They have never visited Kurdistan ئەوان هەرگیز سەردانی کوردستانیان نەکردووە They have never visited Kurdistan Change over time He has become more confident ئەو زۆر ئارامتر بووە He has become more confident The city has grown a lot in the last decade. لو ده ساڵەی لەو دەیەی ڕابردووەوە the city has grown a lot. شارەکە گەشەکردن و پێشکەوتنێکی زۆری بەخۆدیوە گەورەبوونێکی زۆری بەخۆدیوە. Actions continuing up to now. کارەکان هەتا ئێستاش تەواو بەردەوامن. We have lived here for 5 years. ئێمە لێرە دەژینەوە 5 ساڵە. دەڵێ we have lived here for 5 years. ئەوە 5 ساڵ ئێمە لێرە دەژینەوە. هەتا ئێستا بەردەوامیشە. She has worked in the same company since 2020. دەڵێ she has worked ئەو کار دەکا in the same company لە هەمان کۆمپانیا لە 2020ەوە. یعنی لە 2020ەوە لە هەمان کۆمپانیا کار دەکا. ئێستاش بەردەوامە هەر لەو کۆمپانیا کار دەکا. Unfinished time period ئەگەر کاتەکە unfinished ئەو نەبوو بێ ماوەکەی today بۆ نمونە ئەمڕۆ this week ئەم هەفتەیە this year this month I have read 3 books this month. دەڵێ ئەم مانگە ئەو هەیڤە من 3 کتابم خوێندۆتەوە. I have read 3 books this month. ئەم مانگە 3 کتابم خوێندۆتەوە. He hasn't called me yet. Okay. You have been to Buckingham Palace. You have been to Buckingham Palace. Structure okay. You have been PPA. Indicates an experience of visiting Buckingham Palace at a specified time in the past. I have seen it on TV hundreds of times. أوم لتلفزيون ديوة صدان زار. I have seen it. ديوما بينيوما. I have seen. Subject have PP. Use express repeated experience of seeing it on TV. No specific time mentioned. I haven't been there. لوين بوما. I have not been. Subject have not plus past participle. Indicates that the person has not experienced being there up to the present. Have you been everywhere in Kurdistan? Have you been everywhere in Kurdistan? Have you been? Yes, a question asking about experience in Kurdistan without focusing on a specific time. Where have you decided to go? Where have you decided, PP? Asks about a decision made in the past that is irrelevant to the present. يعني اشتكى لرابلدوا بلان بيوندي بيستاو هاو. يعني تو بريار الدعوة بيشتر برونا تشندر استا. Okay. Some سيارك she to New York 3 times. Oh, New York 3 times. She have gone, she has been, she has been, she have been. Good man, she too degree has been to New York 3 times. I'll say that the New York boy. She has been to New York 3 times. Okay, their homework already. Their homework already. They too degree have. Kawabu has هونية did هونية doing هونية. They have done. They have done their homework already. Peshtir was bakan and Zamdawa. My keys. Can you help me find them? I have lost, I has lost, I am losing. I have lost my keys. كليلكانم وين كردوا وين كرديا. Can you help me find them? That one يارمتني بيان بينينوا بيان دوزينوا. This movie before. It is so boring now. We have watched, we has watched, we watching, we have watched this movie before. Film man, movie man peshtir biniwa. It's so boring now. Estazori saazata mashayk. He to the store, so he's not at home right now. He has gone, he have gone, he is going, he has been. He has gone. Boy, he has been man dan natsum kada wala makaidiara. He has gone to the store. Roish tuta Bazar, ya dukan. So, Kawabu, he's not at home right now. Está la malonia. Ni roishtua, nek bin. Okay. Agar babsiyar bi dale have ridden, has rode, have ridden. Have you ever ridden in a hot air balloon? Aya qad swari au balona gawrana bu yawani ba hawai germish dakan. My best friend since we were children. I know, I have known as known. I have known my best friend. Bastrin brother'im denasım. Since we were children. Lote mendalin deynasım. Mendalio. She her car this week, so it is very clean now. She washed, she has washed, she have washed, she washing. She has washed. She has washed her car this week. Ali am hafte sayara keshish, so it's very clean now. Esta zor paka. Any good restaurants here yet? We haven't found, we didn't found, we haven't found any good restaurants here yet. هشتان رستورانتێکی باشمان نەدۆزیتەوە لێرە. How many books you this month have read, reads. How many books have you read this month? چەند کتێبت ئەم مانگە خوێندۆتەوە. How many books have you read لێرە بە پیپی بەڕابردوو بە پیپی بە ڕێد دەخوێنێتەوە بەڵام بە ڕانەبردوو بە ڕید. So how many books have you read this month? Okay, number 3, speak. Ask and answer questions about the group's time in London. پرسیاری وەڵام دروست دەکەی سەبارەت بە کاتی گروپەکە لە لەندەن. Visit Covent Garden. سەردانی Covent Garden. Have they visited Covent Garden? Yes, they have. وەڵام دانەوەی present perfect یا بە یەسە یا بە نوێە. Yes, they have. No, they have not. Yes, she has. No, she has not. بەو شێوەیە. Okay. Grupaka, have they visited Covent Garden? Yes, they have. No, they have not. Have they visited Trafalgar Square? Sardani Chwartseoi Trafalgar Yankee? Yes, they have. No, they haven't. Have they watched a football match? Football match and Said Kirdua? Yari Torpen? Yes, they have. No, they have not. Have they watched musicians? Mozqajanakanian Said Kidwa? Yes, they have. No, they have not. Have they seen the trooping of the color? Trooping of the color. Ranji Sarbasakanian. Tamashakidwa? Yes, they have. No, they have not. Have they gone for a ride on the London Eye? Sonat Swari Awabuna London Eye O Shwenikawa Tsakufala Khushtiwa? Yes, they have. No, they haven't. Have they walked around the TV studio? Yes, they have. No, they haven't. Has Carlos talked to Kate? Carlos Selega Kate Kirya? Again, yes, Bidala, yes, he has. Again, no, Bidala, no, he hasn't. Has Carlos taken a cruise on the Thames? Carlos Wario Balamobuela Rubari Thames? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Has Carlos fallen into the river? Carlos Kautota Rubad? No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Has Carlos visited the Globe Theatre? Carlos Sardani Globe Theatre? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Question and short answers. Has Ila done aerobics? Yes, she has. Has Ila visited the Science Museum? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. Has Ila watched the filming of a commercial? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. Has Ila gone to the Notting Hill Carnival? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. Routine. How often have you met friends after school, used the phone, done some homework, come to school, had an English lesson? How often? How often have you met friends after school? How often? How often have you met friends after school? I have met friends after school quite often. To some extent. How often have you used the phone? Mobile bakariene use phone. I have used the phone every day. How often have you done some homework? Bazori WhatsApp daki. I have done some homework almost every day. How often have you come to school? Bazori I have come to school regularly, nearly every weekday. Yani babardawami regularly, nearly nzike every weekday. Hamu rojakani hafta. How often have you had an English lesson? Bazori dersi Englizite. I have had an English lesson 2 or 3 times a week. Du bo sedza la hafte. Awash basi how often? Yapsiarke. Okay, 5. Read. Read the fact file. Where can you see these animals? Ajalana mane fact file. Wildlife in London is parks. ژیانی ئاژەڵە کێویەکان لە پارکی لەندەن Wildlife in London's Park. London has more parks and open spaces than most other large cities. London has more parks, parki زۆرتری لێیە, and open spaces, شوێنی مەساحەی زۆر فراوان و کراوە هەیە than most other large cities. زیاتر لە شارە گەورەکان. So when you have finished sightseeing, کاتێک تۆ دیمەنەکانت تەواو بینی دەبینی take a walk in a park. پیاسەی پارکیش بکە. You will be surprised at how many animals you can see. یعنی سەرت دەسوڕمێت چەندین ئاژەڵی لێیە دەبینی. Hyde Park مان هەیە is a good place to see squirrels. Hyde Park شوێنێکی باشە گونجاوە بۆچی بۆ دیتنی سمۆرە in the trees لە ناودارەکان and people riding horses و خەڵکی سواری ئەسب دەبن سواری پشتی ئەسب. There are also ducks و هەروە مراویمان هەیە and other wild birds و هەروە هەندێک باڵندەی چێویمان هەیە in the Serpentine Lake لە دەریاچەی Serpentine in the middle of the park لە ناوەڕاستی پارکەکە. Regent's Park, پارکی Regent's, is where you will find London Zoo. ئەو شوێنێکەوە تۆ حەدیقەی حەیواناتی لەندەن دەبینیەوە لەوێ باخچەی ئاژەڵان. One of the oldest zoos, یەکێکە لە کۆنترین باخچە ئاژەڵەکانی in the world لە جیهان. And the oldest animal in the zoo و کۆنترین گیانداریش لەو ئاژەڵیش لەو حەدیقە حەیوانە is Josephine ئەوە وێنەی Josephine. An Indian bird باڵندەکی هیندیە which has lived there since 1945 لە ساڵی 1945ەوە ئەوە لەوێ دەژی یعنی ئەو زۆرە باڵندەیە. London also has a number of city farms such as the Kentish Town City Farm. London هەروەها ژمارەیەک چێلگەی لێ city farm چێلگەی شار such as the Kentish Town City Farm وەکو چێلگەی شار و شارۆچکەی Kentish where you can see sheep لەوێ چ دەبینی sheep مەڕ pigs بەراز cows چێڵ مانگا and goats بزن. Richmond Park چیشمان هەیە has wilder animals ئەوە گیاندارە درندەکانی لێ and there you can see large numbers of red deer و هەروەها ژمارەی زۆری red deer مامزە سوورەکان دەبینی. باشە مامزە سوور. Pronunciation ئێستا دێن سەر تەلەفوز listen and repeat گوێ دەگری و دووبارە دەکەیەوە. Animal commercial animal لێرە stress لێرەیە commercial horrible program recorded several squirrel surprise animal commercial horrible program recorded several squirrel surprise. Okay, write a paragraph comparing the two students you interview in activity 4. Simon has played football every day, but Dara has only played football once this week. بەیوای سەرکەوتن شێر و لایک و سەبسکرایبتان لەبین نەچێ خۆشەویستان.